Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good. Looking to try some bats today.
Yeah, absolutely. What size do you think?
I'm back and forth, 32, 33. Probably try a couple models.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Let's go with Rawlings Icons, 2 new models.
All right.
Regular Icons here, chosen one here.
Sounds good. All right, appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Let's do it. All right, so let's take a look at the bat fitting module today. So we're gonna start from scratch, right from the welcome screen on HitTrax. So important notes to start here. For those of you who don't know, any customer that has a Pro system, HitTrax Pro, has access to the bat fitting. It's a subscription module. It's part of the enhanced training package. So if you're using anything like situational hitting, video analysis, that's the same subscription you have for bat fitting. So you'll have access to it. It doesn't have to be a D-bat, beautiful facility here that has retail. You could be, your standard training facility. You can bring people in, just try a couple different bats. We're gonna give a full analysis, full report, give you essentially your numbers, your averages for each size bat, model of bat, whatever you wanna look at. So you can utilize it for retail. If you do have retail part of it, you can bring in bat manufacturers for bat demo days. You could bring in your mom and dad with a kid who doesn't know what size bat they want to use. So all of the above. But from the welcome screen, it's going to look like this. You're going to have your batting practice training, everything, and bat fitting is actually its own module right from the start. We're going to go there. First step is registering the bats. So I'm going to go to the list of bats. Looks like we already have 2 of the icons in here. You can see if I click on it and go to edit, just some general information here. You put your manufacturer, we got Rawlings, the name, the model number. I'm gonna put 1, 2, 3 today, nothing crazy, but you can input what those specific model numbers are, your category, important here, your length and weight, and then your barrel material, composite, aluminum, whatever it is. So again, those are already in there, but I'm gonna add this third one. So this is going to be another Rawlings icon. You can see this one's going to be a little bit different. It's the chosen one. So just for noting purposes, I'm going to put the chosen one so I can see this and reference it easily for a different tag. And it's going to be a 33, 30, and also composite. So we can get more descriptive in here, but just for ease of registration, I'm going to put some general information. So we have 3 bats registered. I'm gonna try 3 bats today. Okay, so we finished registering our 3 bats. One thing I do wanna note before we go into the session is we can actually also import bats externally. So if you have a massive list of bats from your retail shop or a certain bat demo day you have coming in with a crazy list of bats, you don't wanna spend your 30 to 60 seconds registering each one. Click advanced at the bottom, import bats. You'll see it takes you to essentially your computer, your C drive. You just have to get that file on the computer. There's a specific Excel format that you have to follow. Contact your rep, contact HitTrax, we'll walk you through that. But essentially allows you to get a CSV file, an Excel sheet together, load it onto your HitTrax computer, import it right from here, all your bats will show up. So a very easy way just to get your bat information in immediately. Now if I go back, you're gonna see we have 2 other options, bat ranking profiles. What it does is give you the ability to rank different parameters, to have a gauge of, or I want to emphasize more on exit velocity. I want to emphasize more on distance, on batting average. You can essentially, the grade, the rating that we're going to give you at the end of the bat fitting session can be scaled according to whatever you put in here. There is a default, which essentially just has equal rating. You can see of max and average velocity, max and average, or average distance, max distance a little bit less, line drive percentage is going to be super important. But if you want to give importance to batting average, if you want to give importance maybe more to max distance, whatever it is, you can create custom bat ranking profiles. So for today, we're just going to use default. Next, we're ready to go. So we go to bat fitting session. There's no users, there's no profiles here. Essentially just a one-off bat fitting session. All you have to do, go to your manufacturers. You can just go to all different categories. You'll see available bats here. Those is just a generic bat or 3 that I just registered. So I'm going to put those 3 bats in. We'll go to skill level, go to stadium. We're outside Boston, so let's go to Fenway. Now we play ball. So system's gonna initialize. You can see very similar to a regular training session, like a player profile on the bottom left. You're gonna see what the bat is that you're using. So today I'm starting with the icon, the chosen one I just registered, 3330. I click on that. You'll see through the course of the session here real quick, but once you switch, you just come over here and tap that next bat. Again, just like a player profile when you're swapping those. At the bottom, you're gonna see some general metrics, kind of those same ones you saw that we're using to rate the session, your at-bats, your batting average, line drive, launch angles, velos, and distances. So now I'm gonna take 15 swings, some quick swings with each one. I'd recommend probably more than that normally, maybe like your 10, 15, 20 swings to really get a gauge on how they're performing. But for now, we're gonna stick to 5. Okay, we got a bunch of hits now. 3 different bats, bunch of different hits, a lot of different data here. So let's take a look. We're gonna go to report, on the bottom right. You're gonna see what's gonna happen here. So the first thing I look at is gonna be the performance meter. This is based on that rating system that we looked at before, the default one I put in. So this is actually what's gonna change if you put your custom rating of rating different metrics or whatever it may be. So the first thing I see is the 3330, the chosen one, that one-piece bat. That was my best bat. The best bat's always gonna be a full green, full meter. The next ones are gonna be kind of scaled based off of that. So they're pretty close. So the data wasn't that far off, but I don't know, just talking through this stuff, you could see, you might see the batting average is way low on the chosen one, my best bat. I don't really care that much about batting average. I'm just taking hacks. I want consistent contact. I want the exit velos up. You can see line drive percentage, pretty equal. Average launch angle, maybe a little bit lower. Maybe those other ones that was popping up a little bit too much. But the average velo, look at that, 83.7 on that chosen one versus 78.7 and 74.5 with the 32. So it also tells me right away, don't use 32 bat. I should never be using a 32-inch bat, so that's pretty obvious, but it shows almost a 10-mile-an-hour average velo difference between my best bat and the 32-inch worst bat. Max velo, that's actually not too different. So 86 was the highest velo with the 32, but again, I'm not barreling it up as consistently. Average distance a little bit higher, even though it's less launch angle, that's interesting. And then max distance, you can see that with the 33. So pretty clearly, my best bat is that 33-inch. If you look up top, you can see some other things, just like your max velo, max distance ranking in your age group. You can see the spray chart with blues as hits, reds as outs. You got exit velocity, your average total for all the bats, and then your max there, it's kind of a little meter as well. Average distance, max distance, and then just like some total metrics if you want to see all 24 at bats, all 24 balls in play, your average launch angle, your batting average, your hard hit averages, things like that. So a lot of good data to look at. And of course, you can get this right to the player. So this is meant to be a one-page report that you can print out right away. You can email right to the player that comes in. You can see the email and print button at the bottom left. If I click email, all you do is just type your email in, send, it'll go right to them. So pretty quick, pretty easy. It's even as long as you have those bats registered already, you just tap those 3 bats, go into a session, take your 10, 15 swings with each one, email right out after. For those of you who maybe don't have a HitTrax system, this is a massive tool that not many people talk about with our system. Again, the ability for parents to come in and know what size bat or what model bat. Maybe you don't always go for that more expensive one. Maybe they're hitting the other one that's a different size, different model, a little bit better. Your retail shops, your bat demo days, anything like that. It's a great way to monetize the system, offer something completely different. For those customers that do have it, it's in your software. Take a look at it, talk to us, try it out. There's a lot of different ways to monetize this. We have some different avenues, some different revenue models, I guess, that we've used from customers that have been successful. So you can talk to us, we can talk to you about it. But other than that, thanks for watching. That was the bat fitting module from HitTrax.